and Cliffhanger was the perfect movie because it is an old-fashioned action-adventure movie.
The best part of being in an action-adventure is that I'm portraying a woman that pretty much is doing what the men are doing.
Uh-oh. I think I heard a toilet flush.
The following video was recorded on 21st April 2025. Kung Fu Hot Dog wanted to give you this bonus video before his announcement next week.
Oh, hello. Posh movie critic speaking. And unlike other people that like to wear a suit and a tie and stand in front of a green screen and pretend to be all sincere, yours truly is truly an aristocratic utensil. In fact, I'm a big fan of posh people, especially those American blokes in the Hamptons, along with their heiresses who have a pair of Hamptons I wouldn't mind gawping at much later on. But last night, folks, and I kid you not, Royal Mail delivered some exciting movie packages to my house. We're talking Easter Sunday. After 6 in the evening, the doorbell rang. And one of the things I was expecting maybe tomorrow, but today of course is Bank Holiday Monday in the UK, ladies and gentlemen, is this absolute classic movie directed by Rennie Harlin. Of course, I am talking about the 1993 all-time classic Sylvester Stallone comeback movie, Cliffhanger. Isn't it a great film? And the reason why I'm showing you this particular Blu-ray and this poster, the original poster for the movie, because this is hard to find now. They've replaced it with a remastered edition, which has Stallone's face on it, but this has an air of mystery about it. I love it. And I picked it up for £3, pre-owned, brand new. I mean, honestly, whoever had this before obviously upgraded to the 4K version. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up this film, and by the way, I have to talk about something else related to Cliffhanger, but I'll save it for the end of this video. But if you do end up liking my piece today, and by the way, I actually forgot, excuse me and pardon my manners, the whole reason for me making this video, and of course the title of it would obviously give it away, because a remake is already in the works as I speak in Austria, in the Dolomite Mountains, which is another part of the world. I think it's Oregon in the USA. Pierce Brosnan is Ray Cooper, the most generic name you can pick for a so-called hero, but you'll be forgiven for thinking that he was the star of the movie. No, it's his on-screen daughter, played by Lily James. Or in this case, I'm calling her Silly James.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
So I was looking this up on YouTube to see if anybody else has made a video about it. And yes, some people have. Why Cliffhanger 2 will be worse than the first. Now, hold on there, please, sir, because I strongly disagree with you on that one. In fact, my memories of the first film are quite unique because in 1993, I was still a freelancer for in Newman Street in London, and just across the road away from me was Wardour Street, which was at the time considered the showbiz hub of the West End. And I actually ended up going to an invite for a very private screening of Cliffhanger. And what was unique about that particular one was that Craig Fairbrass, who's an absolute douchebag in the movie, uses a very racial slur towards one of his colleagues in the film, played by Guy Corleone, a martial artist. And all I'll just say is that the slur rhymes with Rambo. I will say that much. And funny enough, on the version that I just showed you at the beginning of this video, they've removed that, but they've used a more acceptable substitute. It's quite funny, actually. And I can't actually repeat the phrase here because it'll get me demonetized, but I still find it very amusing to watch it. So yeah, that was a great time. And my God, we got to get into this, folks, because Lily James, when you read the synopsis as given to us by Variety right here, it is absolutely hysterical. Now listen, Princess Di, as much as I admired you, love, I need to turn you off. Cliffhanger reboot, Silly James and Pierce Brosnan to star for director Joan Collet Serra. Sly Stallone out. Exclusive, folks. Now, this is an old article from October of last year, but it is worth rebooting now if you like. So again, that was a very bad pun, very much intended, yet Stallone no longer involved, and who can blame him? It was meant to be directed by Rick Roman War from Greenland. That's the film with Gerard Butler and Marina Baccarin, if I've got that correct. Lily James, hot off her so-called success with the Iron Claw, Pam and Tommy, which she actually was very good in as Pamela Anderson, by the way. She'll take on the lead role. So right away, folks, you know this is a girl boss action picture. And amazingly, a lot of the synopsis has been revealed already. Brosnan will play seasoned mountaineer Cooper, who operates a luxury chalet, not Timothy Chalet, in the Dolomites with daughter Sydney. During a weekend trip with a billionaire's son, because what other kind of son will you go out with? They are targeted by a gang of kidnappers. Ray's daughter Naomi, Lily James, still haunted by a past climbing accident. And I'm guessing this is how the film actually begins. Witnesses the attack and escapes. To save her family, she must confront her fears and her tears and fight for survival. Lars Sylvester, nothing to do with Sylvester Stallone of Thank You Pictures. Joe Norata of Supernix and rocket scientist Thorsten Schumacher will produce with Neil Moritz and Toby Jaffe. Shooting our movie on location in the Dolomites using large format cameras was imperative for us to show the scope and scale of the story we're telling, because apparently the 1993 classic directed by Rennie Harlin, who by the way now looks like this, he's shorn off the long, beautiful golden mane of Thor-like hair and has a very smoking hot wife, by the way, I may add. Apparently his version is no longer considered the requisite. I'm going to guarantee you now, this version, which we're going to call Cliffhanger 2, by the way, it's going to have green screen elements in it. It has to be. I mean, they're trying so hard to actually convince us that we are all gagging for an actual reboot of this movie. And in fact, somewhere I saw, here we are on IMDb itself. So you see look, let me just show you have a look at that. That's the font right here. Yep, Cliffhanger. And then below, what they've done, they've got the G and the R with blood coming out of it. So they're hinting that this could be an R-rated movie, which is fine. I might still go and watch it, but they might water it down to a PG-13. The problem they have here is that people like me are far too attached to the original film. And I'm going to conclude this video in a few short moments why that is so. Nothing about this makes me want to watch it. What this tells me is that Hollywood is well and truly running out of any original ideas. No one's going to remember that movie. Let's just do a reboot and let's make it for a modern audience. We'll have a girl boss, because apparently girl bosses at the cinema still pull audiences in, and actually I'm being absolutely sarcastic there, because they do not. And look, it's a nice picture, everybody. And I tell you what, people, oh, here we go. Lily's got no titties now. She's very toned. She looks very authoritative. She's overcoming her fears. I guarantee you, when this movie comes out, it's going to be, well, it's for a modern audience, or words to that effect, right? It's definitely going to be along those lines. And I'm going to empower women who want to be mountaineers. And poor Pierce Brosnan gets roped into this, and he's probably going to side along with Lily, be on her side, and ignore the people that will take umbrage against this particular remake. It doesn't need to be done. And I think the reason why Stallone actually pulled out in the end, it's a betrayal to Rennie Harlin, right? You can't do that, because if it wasn't for Rennie Harlin and basically Stallone's career at the time was in a bit of a slump. He wasn't doing very well. He made some films prior to Cliffhanger where he just wasn't getting box office success. Now, for me personally, when I saw the trailer for Cliffhanger, and a lot of you will remember this because when I got my hands on the Blu-ray last night, in a flashback moment, that trailer, if you've not seen it, it's amazing. It's like a 1.5 minute montage of the clips of the film put together to a very iconic classical musical score. And the very end of it, which I will show you now, and I can only show you the last 5 or 6 seconds so I don't get copyrighted, doesn't actually make it in the final version of the movie because Rennie Harlin said that while it's a fantastic shot, and they obviously used it for the marketing of the movie, he didn't want to make Stallone's character of Gabe Walker superhuman. He's just like an ordinary guy in extraordinary circumstances. I'm gonna guarantee this version will just have Lily James being all fearless, all supery dupery, and it's going to iron out those problematic elements of the first movie. Will this Cliffhanger, which we're going to call Cliffhanger 2, be as violent as the first? Nope. Will it be gratuitously, excuse me, over the top and bravado? No. It's going to be a safe, beautiful little sequel that will do no money, have no success at the box office, because everybody will be asking themselves why they're bothering to remake this film. And by the way, if you watch the special features of this movie, I like the original sequel idea that Rennie Harlin had in mind with this movie.
We already are planning a sequel for the movie. It's not going to be called Cliffhanger 2, it's going to be called Beach Hanger, and it takes place in the Caribbean islands.
Yeah, that's the version I want to see. Babes in bikinis, lounging on the beach, and poor Sylvester Stallone's character, or maybe me, standing in for him, has to rescue these babes from lecherous hunters, treasure hunters, who are looking for gold and happen upon these lovely beach bathing beauties.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed on Kung Fu Hot Dog.